principles of improvisation can teach us about connection. So, leadership's often thought of as a structured and deliberate practice, meticulously planned strategies, carefully crafted messaging, well defined organizational structures. And while these elements are important, leadership at its core is about human connection, adaptability, presence. Surprisingly, some of the most powerful lessons in leadership don't really come from business schools or corporate boardrooms, but from the world of improvisational acting. So, actors trained in improv learn to be fully present, to receive and process energy authentically, and to respond with clarity and intention. And these same principles, openness and receptivity, thoughtful processing, and authentic response, can revolutionize how we lead people in the workplace. In improvisational acting, success begins with listening, not just hearing words, but fully receiving the energy of a scene partner. This is an essential skill for leadership. Too often, leaders feel pressured to have all the answers, speak first, or control the conversation. But transformative leaders, like great improvisers, create trust and engagement by being open and receptive. When we enter a conversation with employees, colleagues, or clients, are we truly listening? Are we attuned to the unspoken emotions in the room? Are we receptive to the full scope of the message being conveyed? Leaders who develop this level of presence foster a deeper connection, and they create environments where people feel heard and valued. So, how do we apply this to our leadership practice? First, practice active listening in meetings. Pause before responding to ensure that you fully absorb what's been said. Second, pay attention to body language, tone, and emotional cues as much as to words. And third, avoid the temptation to jump in with a solution before you fully understand the context. In improv, silence is just as powerful as words. Actors learn that a well placed pause can shift the meaning of an intention or allow for deeper emotional resonance and create a moment of genuine human connection. The same is true in leadership. Many leaders fall into the habit of reacting rather than responding. The difference is subtle but profound. Reactions are immediate, they're often driven by instinct or stress, whereas responses are thoughtful, deliberate, and grounded. When a leader takes the time to process what they've received, whether it's a feedback, a challenge, a new idea, they model emotional intelligence and they set the tone for a culture of intentionality rather than reactivity. So, how do we apply this to our leadership? First, get comfortable with silence. Allowing pauses in conversation to create space for reflection. Second, before making a decision or responding to a challenge, take a moment to breathe and consider all perspectives. And third, encourage a culture where team members feel safe to take the time before responding, rather than feeling pressure to react immediately. So, improvisation is about responding truthfully and authentically to what's happening in the moment. Actors don't manufacture emotions, they tap into genuine impulses and they share them openly with their audience. Similarly, leaders who communicate with authenticity inspire trust and loyalty, engagement. People follow leaders who are real. Employees can sense when leaders are putting on a corporate mask versus when they're speaking from a place of sincerity. Authentic leadership doesn't mean oversharing personal struggles or emotions. It means leading with transparency, vulnerability, and a clear sense of purpose. So, how do we apply this to our leadership? First, speak with clarity and conviction. Let your words align with your values. Second, be transparent about challenges and uncertainties when appropriate. Employees respect honesty over false confidence. And third, Show appreciation and recognition sincerely, making it specific and meaningful rather than generic. When leaders adopt these improvisational principles, being open and receptive, taking time to process, and responding authentically, their teams become more engaged, resilient, and innovative. Psychological safety increases, allowing employees to contribute ideas without fear. Collaboration improves as people learn to truly listen and build on each other's thoughts. And ultimately, organizations become more adaptable in the face of change because their leaders are modeling flexibility and responsiveness. Improvisation isn't about abandoning structure, it's about embracing the human element within that structure. Leadership is not just about managing tasks and outcomes, it's about fostering relationships, trust, and inspiration. The best leaders, like the best improvisers, create an environment where creativity, collaboration, and authenticity thrive. So, are you ready to lead like an improviser? The stage is yours.